Okay, I am Nelda Golden Cantrell. I am the daughter of Alexa and Estella Pryor Golden. And I was married to Donald Venus Cantrell, son of Bill and Bertha Cantrell. They were well known for making Warren County sorghum, and my dad made sorghum, well, we called it molasses, but they got uptown and called it sorghum. So after they, I just have my family on Christmas Eve for lunch, so they can go other places. Yeah. And so I try not to be selfish, but whew, it's hard. Yeah.
Pretty amazing, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? We might have to stop and take a picture of that before we move on. Well, hi. I didn't think anybody else would be out on a cold morning like this. It is really cold out here. We're at the Fiery Gizzard Trail. As you can see, a little bit of snow the last couple of nights, but we're gonna make the best of it, get out, do some hiking, warm up, get some good camera shots, and hopefully make you want to come out and be a part of the Fiery Gizzard Trail. It's one of the top 25 trails in the country. Everybody likes it. You need to come out. It's in Tracy City, by the way, Grundy County, so not too far to drive. So come on with us. Enjoy the Fiery Gizzard, but wrap up.
Welcome to another edition of Community Insider. Join us as we travel Middle Tennessee, uncovering history and experiencing the adventure of unique stories and events coming to you inside your community.
But anyway, that is I was just raised in the cane patch, so. And
so, Miss Cantrell, you've got several antiques right here on your porch. Let's start with over here and just tell me what some of those. Why do you collect those antiques?
Okay. Why do I collect them?
Yeah.
I just like old stuff because it's like me.
I got you. Brings back memories, I guess, right?
Oh yes. Well, that sausage grinder, I'll just start right there. We used to do that, of course, when we killed hogs, and that was, I got tickled to death when I got big enough to do that, was that catching my hand in it. And then these, I just got the dippers, I just like dippers, just here and there. And that desk, I was raised, I don't know which way to get. I was raised with my mother doing this. And she had 10 children. She had a big old washpot. And it was not easy keeping the water hot to boil those white things. Anyway.
And was that original to your family?
No, that was not. I found that at a yard sale. I got a lot of yard sales. And our first ironing board, we put one end on the table and the other end on a chair. And then they developed these, and then they got a metal one. I've got the old metal one, I bet it's 50 years old. And then they come up with these. Well, they came up with these, and then the metal. And now we got electric dryers, and thank you, Lord. And that right there just, so, of course, these irons is what we used up by the fireplace. And I don't know the point of this one being crooked like that. I have no idea. And this right here was our first electric iron, and you had to stick the cord in like that. And that was not our original, but I found that at a yard sale. So. And this right here is technically called a combinet, C-O-M-B-I-N-E-T, ever how you want to pronounce it. We always call it a slop jar. So, anyway. And this, when my father-in-law and mother-in-law died, we was cleaning out the meat house. Well, I was just going to leave this. And it dawned on me, look at all this. That's rusty. You know, I thought, that is so old. So I've just brought this little cupboard, put it on my front porch. And this is just, this is cards, they call them, that they do cotton with to make bats for quilts. My mother made a quilt out of wool one time using these things. And let's see. Well, that right there is just an old slicer, I guess. And this right here, we used to do the meal to get the brand out of it. And I don't guess we did it for flour, so. And that's just an old coffee pot and a tea kettle. My little grandson takes this when he's about 3 years old. He come out here and cooks. He'll turn that up and he'd go, pshh. It's like he's making tea. It was funny. These young ones are.
Good memories, right?
Oh my goodness. And that's just birdhouses. I love birds. But I've had to stop up some of them because the wasps get in them so bad. And these lanterns are just from everywhere. I mean, just from yard sale. And there's some old wooden spools. I don't even know if they make them anymore. And that's my daddy's scale.
Wow.
And the weight. And this is my daddy's molasses, what he measured his gallons in now. And
Now,
this,
where was your dad's farm at?
down on Golden Lane at Wayside. And Bill and Bertha lived over in the Dibble area on Bill Cantrell Road. Okay, and then this is just since I got it. I don't know where I got that. This right here is what did you ever work in the cane patch?
I didn't.
Boy, you missed out on a whole lot. And they cut cane with that. Or corn, either one. And this right here is what.
You had to watch yourself when you was cutting with that, didn't you?
You ain't kidding, but sometimes there's a big old like a machete and do it that way. And you had, I've got where I cut cane heads off. I've got a scar here and a scar there. One year and one the other. And this right here is where you pull on the last pan of your molasses making, where it gets done. You pull this off with this, and you take this and scoop over some fresh juice. and that way the pan don't burn. So this right here was Bailey Walkers, and they were people out in the Midway area, remember, and probably I had that, I don't know how come. And this is the little buckets that they use. And, but now my daddy he would do a gallon bucket. They don't make gallon anymore. This is my dad's overalls. And this is...
And tell me just a little bit about your dad.
My dad was a little old feller. He didn't weigh 150 pounds, soaking wet. And just a good man, so gentle, and didn't waste a minute in the field. One time this man come to talk to him, and Daddy just kept on plowing. And it was Mr. Clarence, what was his last name, Stiles. He said, well, Alaska, can't you stop a minute? Well, he had 10 youngs to feed. No, he couldn't. So, but he was just a very, very hard worker. Didn't waste a minute. I mean, when it rained, he was in the crib cutting up nubbins.
And his full name? Your father's full name?
Alaska Elkanah Golden.
Alaska?
Alaska. Yeah,
wow.
Very unusual. Yeah, so, and these overalls are my husband's grandpa's.
What was his name?
His name was Venus Glenn.
And where did he come from?
He down in, what do you call where Stevie Glenn lives? Right in there.
Bluff Springs.
Kind of Bluff Spring Midway area, yeah. And this is my churning business. We did this first. Well, I don't think. Well, with a dash.
Yeah.
That was my job for a long time. And then, evidently, apparently they've improved and did this. Turn that and it crank, makes the dash go around. And this is my mother's first electric churn. Well, the only electric churn she ever had. And that's old too. This right here is a double tree. You know what a double tree is?
No, I didn't.
Well, it's twice as much as a single tree.
Two cows.
Like for a horse, like for a wagon. Yeah, for two horses, or whatever. And this right here was my husband's, part of his harness. Don wanted some of it. He didn't get it all. There's the bridle. And this right here is a water keg. We would take them, put water in that, and put it on the horn of the, what is this? The horn, well, what do you say? The
yoke?
I can't call it a yoke. Anyway, on the horns of the harness, I guess. So, and that right there is just a muzzle. And all the rest of this stuff is just pick up stuff. That is those are my prizes.
So, looking at what you have learned and what you would hope that all your grandkids, you've got several grandkids, right?
Yeah, 10.
You got any great grandkids?
Yeah, 6.
What would you want them to learn from what you've learned from the older days to what technology is today?
I would like for them to learn what it is to it'd be good for every child to be in the field. Or live in the country for a while. It's just so different and even today than what I was raised. But it's just a wonderful life. It's a hard life, but it's a good life. You just learn values that you just don't learn other places. And this wash pot
Oh, that's a
was
big
my
one.
mother's.
Wow.
See, she had 10 young ones. She had to have a big one. Took a lot of water. But
So
we
now
were
you said wash pot.
Oh, yeah.
So what would you do with that?
But we had a spring just no further from here to those trees right there. Right by where she did her wash. It was wonderful. People thought we was just the luckiest, and we was.
So
And then
you would
this,
do that in the winter? I guess heat up water and take baths in it, or
we heated up enough water to fill up one wash tub. And everybody took a bath, one after
wash
the other.
in one of these tubs you're fixing to show
Probably
me.
not one of these, but.
Yeah. That's wild.
And then the other wash tub is not a tub. You got me, y'all. Wash pot
Yeah.
would be Don's mama's.
Oh.
Her daughter didn't want it, so I was lucky I got it too. So. Let's see. Oh. This was Don Venus and Myrtle's bell. And I was probably on Granny's birthday one day, and I said, some of these days, this was all being over. I said, some of these days I would love to have that bell. She said, go ahead and take it now. But boy, we didn't wait around, we got it. And these dish pans are just here and there. I didn't care how holy they were. And these are Don's shoes.
Wow.
My husband Don's shoes. I like looking at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just, I can't get say nothing about these. I just got them at yard sales.
Now you've mentioned Don several times, so tell me just a little bit about your late husband.
Oh, he was the most gentle, wonderful man. God bless me so much giving me him. We just had such a congenial marriage. Lived together 60 years. And then he died after we lived 60 years in November, he died in December, 3 years ago. So it's cherish your moments with your sweet young good wife.
Yeah.
You just don't realize till they're gone. And it's just, oh, this right here, I was not gonna get this bucket. I'm just gonna throw it away. That right there is an old mop bucket. We used it at Bluff Springs for years, and then they got something more modern, I don't know what.
Wow.
I wasn't going to get it. Don just thought we needed that, so we got it. And a finer Christian man than Don Cantrell you won't find. Knew that Bible. Whew. So now this right here, I think is a really old tub. I got that from when Randolph Lowry, they had a yard sale up there one time, and I was tickled to death. I went out to a shed or something, and this right here is my brother-in-law's. Well, I didn't know for years. I just called it half a bushel, but they call them an A-tub. And he put that, Newton Gribble was my brother-in-law, and he put that on there so it wouldn't hurt his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but anyway, that's the tour. But we loved life, and I still do. And it's just hang in there, old people.
So tell me what is your normal for Christmas? What does your family do for Christmas now?
Oh my. Well, used to be, of course, all my brothers and sisters are gone. But we used to always get together, of course, that with them. And then, after that, I just have my family on Christmas Eve for lunch, so they can go other places.
Yeah.
And so I try not to be selfish, but it's hard. And we do the same thing on Thanksgiving, but I do have that on Thanksgiving Day the 12th.
All right, we've come to a fork in the trail, pretty early in the trail. Go that way, that's the Grundy Forest Day Loop. They call this the Grundy Forest Trailhead. And that joins with the Fiery Gizzard. There's a nice couple of nice waterfalls along here, especially after it's rained a lot. But we're gonna do the Fiery Gizzard in this direction and see what we can see there. But if you come there, you have a couple of options here at the Fiery Gizzard or the Grundy Forest Day Loop. Well, we're starting down into the Fiery Gizzard, into the valley here, or the gulf, if you will. You can see the creek running along here. I'm sure we're going to see some good ice sculptures as we go along. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. All right, let's go down and see what we can see here at the Fiery Gizzard. This is a huge rock shelter. You can see smoke where fires have been built here over the years. Native Americans used to make this their home many, many years ago. There's a little spring that feeds into this rock shelter. You can hear the water coming in from under the ground toward the back part of the shelter. It's a good place to maybe stop and have a snack or just rest or just look around. Really impressive. And over here is an old hemlock tree estimated to be around 500 years old. Can you imagine? Imagine what this tree has seen over the years. Very impressive. Be interesting to see how wide or how big around this is, but yes, I'm a tree hugger. Can you imagine 500-year-old hemlock tree right here in the Fiery Gizzard? Pretty amazing, isn't it? That can only happen when the temperature is just right, conditions are just right, and you have this right here, growing right out of the hillside. And then as we move on down the trail, we have icicles. Look at that. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? We might have to stop and take a picture of that before we move on. Most of the trail in this early part of the hike is kind of like this. It's a pretty moderate trail, fairly easy. You got to watch out for all the tree roots and rocks, so you got to watch where you're going, but pretty much like any other hike you go on. But very enjoyable. Follows along this creek right here, but just be careful you don't trip over the roots.